And hello fellow Taker Space Bandit here with another episode of World of Tanks, and today I bring you game in my tier 10 Soviet medium tank T-62A. And this is going to be quite an unusual matchup because if you look at the team lineups, you see that we have 3 RDs per side, we have bunch of TDs, 3 heavies on my side, 3 heavies on the opposing side, and only 1 medium tank per side. And you know what that means, boys and girls. When we are a medium tank in such matchup on a big map, we are playing the light tank or scout role. And that's exactly what we're going to do in this game. Now, it is very interesting matchup because it will be chess-like matchup. The opposing team will be camping hard. So is my team. My team is going to be camping hard. And I'm going to get a little bit impatient and a little bit frustrated throughout this game. But I think it's still worth showing because the result I'm gonna get in here is absolutely incredible. And you know, if you're the only medium tank on your team, you would assume that you'd at least get your fair share of spotting damage, especially with so many TDs on both sides. Anyway, my first thought was going into this A9, A0 area, but then when I turned towards the middle, I spotted these 2 guys here, 113 and M60 with him. So that grill that went in a corner, he's in trouble. He's gonna get taken out in no time. And I know at this point that I can't really go into that corner. I know I need to relocate to the middle, to the position where I can remain unspotted. So that these guys, because they already took out the grill and they pretty much took control over the B8, B9 area, I don't want to be spotted by them, yet I want to outspot the TDs that are sitting at E9. Because you know that there is going to be a lot of them there in this matchup. So this is high risk, high reward play, guys, because obviously with so many big guns in the game, if I get caught in the open, I'll probably die. So you see me over here, I'm shaking my pants already. I'm like, okay, this is not good, not a good situation. But I'm gonna try to angle my tank the best that I can and use ridge lines to my advantage. That bunker in front of me is fantastic for that purpose. And it got me really close to that ridge line, so I'm able to spot really high camo TDs like this Terran. I didn't think I was gonna spot him, but I did. And now I'm just counting on my team to shoot these guys. Unfortunately, I'm at the mercy of my team because I can't really shoot at them right now. If I shoot at them, I will overexpose. And now I see the tier 10 waffle on the left hand side, and I'm like really shaking my pants right now. They're setting up crossfires all over to hit me, which is problematic. This object 268 just barely misses me. Already currently focusing me and firing at me. So I know that I cannot stick around here for a very long time because eventually I will be taken out. I don't know how I ended up without losing any HP in the position that I was in for the time that I was in, but that is just a sentiment to my decent angling and decent terrain selection and opposition missing their shots pretty much. So now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna try to change the position so that if RD was focusing that area where I was, I will be there no more. So I'm gonna come from slightly different angle here. And here we spot the object 268-5 again. Someone puts a big shell into him. And something has targeted me for a split moment. So I was pretty sure Artie is looking at me. So we're going to have to try to reposition again. Don't stay in this ball too much. But Russian medium works this terrain to perfection because it's so low to the ground. So you can actually use those bomb craters to pretty much hide your tank. And here we're going to come even closer. And again, we're going to use that terrain to try to spot whoever's on top of that ridgeline. So as you notice here, we're really close to that ridgeline. We should be able to spot someone, right? You'd be surprised. Just give it another minute and you'll see what happens here. So I'm unspotted right now, so we're going to move a little bit forward, see if we can spot something. I was thinking that I will spot that waffle on the left side, but all of a sudden I get spotted and there's this object 268-5. I couldn't spot him from that distance. He was sitting in a bush. So now I know I'm in trouble because I'm gonna have to get the hell out of here. I was actually surprised that no RD was firing at me yet in this game. So I'm really putting myself in a dangerous situation here. Here I get spotted again by the object 268-5, hoping someone can put shells into him. Nobody does. I get hit by Artie. I get hit from left-hand side by the waffle, but luckily my strong turret armor keeps me alive still, and Artie manages to damage my gun and hits me for about, what, 500? Something like that. But at this point, Artie's still shooting at me. I'm like, you know what? My team is just not moving up. They're camping biatches. Look at them. They're just sitting back. No one's moving up. Even the heavy tanks, they're not moving up to help me out. So I'm like, you know what? Screw that shit. I'm taking all the risks in this game. I took literally all the risks. And I got rewarded for it. No question about it. I'm sitting at, what, 7.7k assisted damage or spotting damage, which is exactly what I should be sitting at. But the fact that my team decided not to move and just sit in the back, it just rubbed me the wrong way. I'm like, there's no way I'm putting myself at risk anymore. So we're gonna just stop here for a split second, rethink what we want to do. We want to make sure our repair kit reloads, and we're gonna fix our gun. Now we can move forward to the other side of the map. I was just trying to... Oh, that was close. Artie was shooting those TDs sitting in D4, almost hit me, just passing by. Anyway, we're gonna change our position right now. We're gonna try to go south and see if we can spot something there. Basically, we're just changing the position so that we're losing focus of the opposing team. They're not focusing us anymore. And it is a good thing I did this, because 113 actually ended up going into the middle, trying to take me out of the game. So he was on a sole mission just to get me out. Anyway, we spot this object 777. We don't get spotted, so we're just gonna make sure we don't get spotted. We don't care about him. He's low health at the moment, so it doesn't really matter. We just want to gain distance and maybe hit him from the distance so he wouldn't expect us. But unfortunately, I think passing through here, I think we're gonna get spotted, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, we get spotted by the object, but we're gonna run off to the side over here, and we're gonna count on our team to take him out of the game. As you notice there, 113 has relocated. He's currently in the middle. He's exactly in the position that I was in before, so he definitely moved into the middle so that he could take me out of the game, but I was no longer there. So it was a good move on my part just to get away from that position. Now, if you look at my result right now, it's absolutely fantastic. I'm sitting at almost 10,000 spotting damage, and I knew that I can still push the result in this game, and I knew I could really make it an epic, absolutely epic game when it comes to combined damage. So I was playing really cautious in this game for the remainder of the game. But some things are not gonna go my way, and you'll see what happens later. It's quite unfortunate what happened, but I don't want to break it to you yet. So we're gonna try to come up here, climb up here, right there on the side of the hill, and we get spotted at the same time. And we spot the tortoise. So we know he's there. He seems to be the only one there, which is good for me. So what I'm gonna try to do is gain a little bit more distance and see if I can hit him from the distance. See if I can outspot him and hopefully get some damage here. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna climb up this hill right here. We should be able to spot him, and we do. And now it's the matter of whether I shoot right now or whether I wait for my Artie to hit him. But then I was thinking, you know what? He's behind that hill. Maybe Artie doesn't really have a shot at him. So we're gonna turn our tank around so that we can run off quicker, and then we can aim that cupola and try to hit him. Unfortunately, he just moves when I pull the trigger, and my shell went to the right anyway, so we were not able to hit him. But tank repositioning allows me to run away in case he shoots at me, so that I don't lose my HP at all. That was the idea anyway. I was trying to maintain my HP here because I knew I could have a huge game, absolutely huge game. So I just needed to be patient and needed to play the game right. Just play it textbook. So we're gonna wait until RTD's gonna engage the tortoise. I see them coming already. We try to track him, but our shell bounces off his track. It doesn't even track him. So now we're gonna try to track him again, and we do. We're gonna track him one more time. We're trying to bring that assist total over 10,000, and we do right there. We're gonna track him one more time right there. I don't know what my shell did there. It didn't even track him again, so my assist total didn't go much higher at all. But we did manage to cross the 10k mark, which is fantastic. That's what I was aiming at. So now, next step is try to move up through this area, through this open area here. Now, I shouldn't really be outspotted in my tank at the moment. I mean, it is still possible that I could be outspotted by one of the TDs. So you're gonna see me play really cautious here. I don't want to push all the way through the middle of the map. We're gonna try to use those ridge lines in the middle. So we're gonna reposition here. And we're gonna climb up the middle portion right there and see if we can spot some of these TDs. I was just trying to figure out whether there's anyone in a central area here that would be able to hit me if I were to progress further. That was the idea here. So we're gonna poke the ridgeline over here. But unfortunately, Object 268-5 was passing at the same time and he manages to spot me. So I'm gonna decide to run away from here, but what I should have probably done is stayed a little bit longer until I lose my sixth sense, and I got hit hard from area J0 somewhere over there. There's a TD with a big gun that just hit me. So I know there is something there. So I'm gonna make this play here to see if I can spot that TD that just hit me. But I'm working my way all the way around. I really don't want to get spotted in case that TD decided to move up slightly. So we're gonna use those buildings in the middle here at K5 to break the vision. And you saw there was a shell just coming from the right side again, somewhere in the area K0 or something like that. So I know there is something there. I know there is something there. So we're just gonna stay here for a bit just to see if we can spot someone in case they move up slightly. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna break that tree down. We're gonna move a little bit closer just to make sure and we don't get spotted. So now we're gonna move through that open field to that ridgeline on the left hand side. Now take a look at this. I'm driving through here on purpose so I can spot whoever is on the right hand side. I haven't really spotted anyone. I have passed through the open area, didn't spot anyone. So now I'm gonna poke out and I'm gonna try to move up. And what the hell is this? What the shit was that? What just happened there? That's what I was thinking to myself at this moment. I was like, what the fuck just happened? How is that possible? I was just passing through the open field. There is no way that I could have not spotted the tier 10 waffle having a much better camo and him being like a really large TD. There's no way I could not have spotted him. Yet it did happen. Yet it did happen. My big game ruined. Ruined completely. The worst possible scenario that could have happened for me in this game was run into the tier 10 waffle. And I ran into the tier 10 waffle. The worst possible scenario would be not spotting tier 10 waffle. And I did not spot the tier 10 waffle. So everything that had to go wrong went wrong for me in this game. And I was playing textbook, guys. I tell you, I was at the edge of my seat when I was playing this game. And every move I made in this game, I wanted to make sure that I bring it home, that I carry this game. It was so close. If I was able to survive, maybe take one hit from Waffle only, and still survive here, I would have still been able to carry this. I'm 100% convinced. But right now, I'm dead, and I'm just kind of hoping that my team can do something. All they need to do is just kill one tank, at least bring it closer to potentially drawing or maybe even winning by maximum induced damage or something like that. That's what I was hoping at the moment, but there's only 1 minute left in the game. I don't know if that's going to be possible. Just because a Jagdpanzer 100 has a dead driver, has a dead gunner, so he can't even move into position to spot the waffle, even if he wanted to. So that's problematic over there, and our two TDs that were defending the base, they're basically way too far away from where they need to be at the moment. So, yeah, quite unfortunate, and lately that's been the case, guys. Like, I'm so close to getting outrageously good game, ridiculously good game, and then something weird happens to me, and even though I don't even try to throw the game, you know, in some cases you throw games by accident. In this situation, it was unfortunate. It was just a luck thing, and I'll show you at the end of this replay as to what I'm talking about, because the most unfortunate thing happened. The most unfortunate thing happened, and I cannot blame this on RNG because that was not an RNG related issue. It was just bad luck. That's all it was. Anyway, so unfortunately we lose this game because opposition had more tanks remaining than we did. We didn't even make the top 3, even though we had 10,000 spotting damage. That's right, we ended up with 10,043 spotting damage with 2750 blocked. We also had almost 2,000 induced damage in an unfortunate losing cause that, to be honest guys, if I stayed alive in this game, this could have been easily 16k combined damage game. Shit you not, it was in the books. Okay, so now let's take a look what happened here. So you can see me dropping the tree right there. You can see the tier 10 waffle moving from position where he was behind that rock exactly at the same time that I was passing through the open field. Yes guys, it happened exactly at the time or just before me making the move from behind the tree through an open field. So when I was passing, he was behind the rock and I couldn't have spotted him. How unfortunate can that be? He probably went on a reload just when I was crossing through the open field. And when I came under that ridgeline, I couldn't spot him because there was a bush in the way and there was also a rock in the way. And unfortunately, I overexposed my tank too much, so he was able to hit 2 shells very fast because that interclip reload on tier 10 waffle is ridiculously short. So he was able to put 2 shells into me before I could actually drop behind the ridgeline or behind the rock. Also, he was aiming in the middle of the map because that's where he was hitting other tanks before. So unfortunately, he played into his advantage as well, that he was already pre-aiming my location, which absolutely sucks for me, but it is what it is and you can't change it and you cannot take it back. So I wish I could have showed you 15k combined game guys, but unfortunately it is just 10k assisted damage game. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this replay. That's it for now. Until next time, happy tanking, Space Bandit, checking out.